What's going on to you, Virgos? You have the Chariot, the Star card, and the Hierophant, right? The Chariot, the Star card, and the Hierophant. So, a lot of you Virgos are ready for anything. A lot more aware, careful. A lot of you Virgos are very much so aware of your surroundings. You're utilizing your observational skills. It's impressing some people. The Hierophant. And a lot of people are really quite impressed with how it is that you not only represent yourself, but a lot of you Virgos also approach them, right? How your observational skills are. They're quite impressed. They're not saying that they're impressed, but they're quite impressed with how it is that a lot of you Virgos are able to utilize your observational skills. It's not something that they are accustomed to. One thing I should say, one thing that really turns another person on that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen a person truly be like, you disgust me type stuff based off of this. They'll act like it's not really important, but it really is. Is like I said, your observational skills. They like that stuff. You know, a person likes it when you let them know, like, hey, you know, this is what it is that I've observed. To them, it's resourceful, and they like that, and they admire you for that. And the Knight of Pentacles and the High Priestess, right, which is Virgo, to piggyback off of the Hierophant. Not only are you being observational, and then a lot of people like it. Like I said before, they're keeping it a secret, because the High Priestess is about keeping it a secret. The Knight of Pentacles represents the intrigue that they have, wanting to get to know more about you and finding out more, but they don't want you to know that they actually very much so are impressed with just something that more than likely naturally comes to you, right? Where it's not anything that it really is like something to you that is too outrageous. It's much more that you Virgos will say something that you have paid attention to, and it literally put things into perspective, where that kind of wandering observational mind of yours, the ability to ask yourself random questions, just observing things, it impresses a lot of people, because, you know, we're living in a world where a lot of people don't think that they're actually being paid attention to, and that when you let another person know something about them, it really does impress them, and it has the ability to impress them, because they don't think that people care about them even enough to even notice anything, including the subtle things. And us as Virgos, right, especially when we utilize our observational skills, you know, you know, a lot of people it gets them interested. You know, I've done that a couple of times myself, you know, speaking to somebody, you know, finding out, you know, making observations, I should say, but getting confirmation that I was correct about how the person, you know, I've noticed that the person ends up chewing gum a lot. They read a lot. They're an Aries, right? But the person ends up chewing gum a lot. They read a lot. They're upper class. They're upper middle class. They may even be rich, but they're upper middle class from my estimation, right? They're not, you know, like me in the sense of like I'm lower middle class, right? So, you know, they have a house, so they're upper middle class, stuff like this. They're Arabic, right? So they speak Arabic fluently, read Arabic fluently, you know what I'm saying? So they have that kind of Iranian, Palestinian, Middle Eastern type of look and way of doing things, right, that we call culture. And I was just able to kind of really tell certain things about the person, right? And the person was very impressed, you know, to the point where I ended up the person was playing like I ended up getting freaked out, like they ended up getting freaked out even though they were turned on. And that's kind of the point. I wanted them to be turned on. Look, look, I'm not hiding. You know what I mean? I'm not hiding. I'm not acting like I'm scared. I'm into the people who I'm into. You feel me? And so, but the person was playing, right? Obviously, they were playing. They weren't really afraid, right? They were giving me some issues because they were on the narrative type stuff, but because they could have blocked me at any point, and they never did. So just stuff like that is how you Virgos can utilize your observational skills, and it helps because we're really living in a world where like people are so narcissistic, they will not pay attention to anything that another person has and actually kind of give credit to it or shout it out. They will literally like be so self-focused to the point where it becomes self-centered. It becomes delusional. It becomes diluted. Basically, it becomes completely self-consumed and solipsistic, and it doesn't actually branch out. It's not helpful towards anyone. So when you have the ability to kind of show people like, hey, I can make these observations about you, it impresses a lot of people, right? And see, the thing is that the Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords, but there's also a catch-22. The person can't be solipsistic with you also. And this is something that a lot of you Virgos aren't necessarily going to immediately, or aren't going to like approach people from the perspective of, yeah, you're trying to get to know them right now. But there's definitely a sense of you talking to some people, and you getting to feel them out. You're getting to see what they on. You're trying to see if your value systems is similar to theirs. And the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Six of Swords represents, for the most part, you Virgos are just going to find some people who are broken, but they like you, But for other people that may be secret admirers, they very much so like you, and that they want you around. They like you a lot more than what it is that they're letting on. But it's this sense of they can't act like they're too interested type stuff. So the thing is that the Two of Swords, you have the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and then you have the Queen of Cups. So the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles right here. To clarify, the Two of Swords, right, is about how if anyone were to really get serious and they are lions, they can come talk to you. But if not, then you're gonna continue to move forward and do your own thing. To clarify the Two of Swords, regardless of how pretty they are, the way that a lot of you Virgos are moving is you're moving in silence. It's not a whole lot being talked about for you, or I should say for you or from you. A lot of you very much so are wherever you're going to be, A lot of you understand, and I've been talking about this for the longest time. Again, stay in the trenches, stay hidden, stay doing your thing, Pop up, it's exactly like what Kendrick Lamar said. Pop out and show people every now and again. Pop out whenever it's necessary. When you're talking to somebody, cool. But I mean, like on the regular though, trying to be the flashiest person that you can possibly be, right? That's a dub. That's not good. Because what's happening here is that it doesn't work for you Virgos. It doesn't work for us. It may work for some of you, but I'm sure that for a lot of you, a lot more of you, it doesn't work for a lot of us. We are a zodiac sign that, people, they're gonna fight their hardest to not praise us in public, right? And then there's the whole caveat of like, You know, if they praise you in public, they're gonna give you mad problems in private, right? And vice versa. You know, sometimes it isn't vice versa. Sometimes they're gonna give you a hard time in public, and they're gonna give you a hard time in private too. And it's like, you know, sometimes they may praise you in excuse me. Sometimes they may give you a hard time in public, but then they may praise you in private. And it's like the dysfunction. No, if they're gonna be around you, they have to praise you in public and in private. You know, you're not switching up. You're not being yellow belly. You know what I mean? You're not like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, a person can't be yellow belly. All of this, you know, this relationship jealousy, all of this, you know, being with someone, but then like you have to tear the person down and all that crap. Like, all of that is whack. You know, all of that is played out. All of that, you know, I'm gonna act like, you know, this, that, and the third, and talk about you like you a dog, but then behind closed doors, it's like, anybody who's healthy after a while is gonna be like, why you always gotta tear me down in public? You understand what I'm saying? Every time we go somewhere, you gotta talk to me about how you pulled me up. It's like, no, I pulled you up, remember? It's like, yeah, but in all intents and purposes, shh, we gonna act like that's not what really happened. It's like, get out of here with that. That is what really happened. So I'm just seeing how a lot of you Virgos, like I said, you're not really getting down with the program of how things happen, where it's like people will tear you down in public, right? But then they'll talk. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, I done been through that myself. They'll praise you in public, tear you down in private. Tear you down in public, praise you in private. Stalk you in private. You feel what I'm saying? Every time they get a chance and opportunity to be like, you can't deal with that stuff. You know, people got to really understand, hey, you know, give a person, what, that's weird. Give a person their flowers when they here and when they gone. Stop with this weird stuff. And this is why relationships today is getting harder and harder, because it's weird nowadays, right? The person, you know what I'm saying? So many people are trying to find their place. They're trying to be publicly adored. All of this stuff. They're trying to look smacks. They're trying to do this, trying to do whatever. And it's just hurting them. Because it's like that's not who they actually are, right? They fall off of a wagon. And what I mean when I say fall off the wagon, I'm talking about they fall off. They end up being very undisciplined people behind the scenes, because what they're doing it for is not something that is sustainable. They're doing it to attract significant others. They're doing it to attract attention, and that's not sustainable. You don't go to the gym to attract other people to sleep with. You go to the gym to take care of your health. That's the reason why. That is the main reason why you should be going to the gym. If you not going to the gym as you taking care of your health is the main reason, it's wrong. Because what are you at the gym for? To pick people up on some trying to approach them for a relationship at the gym where everybody is lifting dangerous weight? Are you like, what kind of, you're gonna distract them with that? Come on, get out of here. So a lot of you Virgos very much so on the right track. Listen, I'm trying to get to 100K subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Appreciate it.